these appetizers now. Alright, so, Leroy.
Yes.
Unreal Engine 5 dropped this weekend. I'd say this weekend, the beginning of it, probably like Thursday or Friday. And everybody lost their damn mind. Now, it looked beautiful, of course. It was immersive. Everybody's all in love with it. Yada, yada, yada. But there's a dark hidden secret. Now, I want to say the graphics look beautiful, and no one can take that away from it. It is very stunning, and I'm in love with it because they've essentially kind of eliminated the polygon count completely, which was a big thing to worry about in development. And why a lot of games back in the '96 looked so crappy, or why certain games couldn't even come to the N64 or PlayStation because of the limitations of disc or cartridge.
Right.
So, we find ourselves in the future now. Polygon count is a thing of the past now, because with this new Unreal Engine system, and guys, if you hadn't seen it, please go check out that video. It's phenomenal. But it allows you to take in like Hollywood ZBrush stuff and put it in your game, and not have to worry about it being so taxing on the game itself because of cloud sharing technology and the other processing technology it has in it, like Lumen, which is like light mites that like basically you can do all kind of cool baked lighting scenes. It's really great, guys. But anyway, the controversy behind it is two things. So, Leroy, have you heard anything controversial about this?
The only well, I don't know about controversy, but I will tell you why I love it.
Okay, why do you love it? Yes,
because it's on a functioning PlayStation 5. So that, to me, is evidence it exists.
Right. Right, which is good, because everybody's kind of worried, like, okay, what is PS5 gonna do? You know,
right? What's
happening?
We don't know what it look like. We know it gonna sound good, but now we know it at least look good. So again, this is all positives for me, you know.
Right.
But no, I haven't heard any controversy.
Okay, because there's something missing. So when you watch that video, that little trailer of it, what did you notice that was missing? Anything?
Real gameplay?
Well, a little bit of that was shown, but not much. But a little bit of that. But there's one big thing there. Everybody didn't kind of look for until after the fact, or until someone really brought it up.
What the system looked like?
Well, that's PS5. But I'm talking about the Unreal Engine itself, not PS5, just the Unreal Engine itself.
I don't know. Grasp Mr. Charles, tell me.
The loading screen. Leroy, where was the loading screen?
No loads. Here we go with this again.
Actually, that's where the controversy comes from. There was a loading screen. They just hid it. Now, a lot of people are saying, which is not... okay, now, before everybody starts like, oh my gosh, it's not a big thing, but apparently the part where she was shimmying along the cliff, and that's all you saw, is just her shimmying, and you saw an up-close picture of her, that was basically a loading screen. But it's like what God of War did and a few other games did, to where like when you're moving to a new area, like the new Star Wars game, it does it as well.
Right.
They show you like ducking under and doing things. Uncharted did some of it. They didn't do a lot of it. And they just kind of eliminated the need of a loading screen, because they just made a nice little splash screen as well, where it was just animating something over and over again. Now, of course, when people found this out, this put everyone in a tizzy, including a lot of the game development community and a lot of like fans of the PS5 and the Unreal Engine. So, of course, Unreal or Epic Games came out and spoke about it, saying they weren't trying to mislead anyone. That was something their advertisers decided to do, and it's kind of their fault, or the marketing team, kind of their fault for not saying there is a loading screen in it. But they were like, we never tried to lead anyone astray with this, and that wasn't our intention, blah, blah, blah. Which is true. It's very true. I don't think they tried to lead us astray intentionally. I think they were just like, well, we want to focus on other things. And that's what they were saying, because they were saying, we're trying to focus on how well the mountain look and the details and what you can do with the Unreal Engine. Another cool thing that I love as an indie developer is that you don't owe them any money until you make your first million, in which case they come in and take a small revenue cut, which I'm assuming is probably going to be like 20 or 30%. But
I was about
anyway,
to say, I thought we did a story beforehand that said they take like 15%.
Yeah, and that's probably what they mean. And this is great too. Again, going back for indie development, this is great for indie development because this means, like, if you make a game and it only does okay, but you don't make like millions of dollars on it, you don't have to worry about trying to get their money to them at that point. Because you may only make so much money. And so this engine is definitely going to reduce the cost of game development. It looks like it can do a lot. I'm excited to see it. So yeah, everybody who's like freaking out on this, just kind of chill out. They're not trying to like mislead you. Everybody knows, and that's another thing too. If you really believe that these new systems are not going to have any loading times, come on, guys. Like, we're always going to have loading times. That's just going to happen. So, get that out of your mind. We're going to have loading times. And I like the new Unreal Engine. In fact, I actually downloaded it, Leroy. So, I'll be using that soon to kind of, get the gist of it and see what it can do. So I'm really excited to do that on my free time when I'm not, working on projects or doing the show. So that's going to be fun.
I'm interested.
But that was my first one. Aside from, I don't mean to end it, but did you have anything else to say about the Unreal Engine in terms of?
It's cool. I think it's dope. Unreal Engine is one of them things that's like, at this point, it's kind of necessary. For I ain't gonna say all, but most games, because like Madden
it's the most
uses
versatile system.
Yeah, like Madden uses Frostbite, 2K uses whatever the fuck they use. But seeing a game that's not picturesque and beautiful, especially in current gen conversations, is unless it's classified as like a retro reboot or something, like they did Streets of Rage.
Right.
That was definitely Polygon.
Really cool. I actually finished that. That was good.
But you remember that game when it was basic and shit, not shaded. What you call not 8-bit, but the step up.
16-bit.
It's not, but it wasn't 16. It was full character models. I don't know.
2D sprite design.
There you go. Shoot. Well, yeah. I guess it is 2D sprites. But now we get into a game where you can see like the full 3D model of Nathan Drake running some damn where, But it's just kind of weird to see games that aren't like that aren't retro. If they were like, if the new Ghost of Tsushima was coming out today, and it was supposed to be this AAA title,
Ghost of Tsushima,
and it was, but if it was like,
can't wait for that.
But if it was a 2D, sprite design and not a 3D model open world, you'd be like, what the fuck, right? So
right, and that was another big thing. Like I said, like this helps indie developers like me so much because now we don't have to spend so much money trying to get good resources just to meet the standard. Because that's the other problem too, and that's where game design staggers and it's very stagnant. Is that you gotta have money for all that. Like when you guys see like those nice textures and those smooth like character designs of Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, and all those others, like that takes a lot of money, a lot. It's ridiculous, and it's very hard. So
like the level of detail that they got. I mean, you can see it in the tech demo, but with a game like with a game like Assassin's Creed, that you're gonna have to see like his face, his features,
right?
Like the detail
blade coming out,
the detail that is gonna take to like put some sweat on his hair or something like that. That's the kind of detail that you look for. And shout out to Epic Games, they just like to make money. But
right.
I mean, they really have. Is that Fortnite and
Oh, by the way, too. Sorry to interrupt your train of thought. Speaking of Epic Games, Grand Theft Auto 5 is free right now through them.
I know. I was gonna mention that at some point, but it's all good. You took that from me. It's okay.
My bad. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good, brother.
Come on, Rockman. Go on.
But yeah, I mean, shout out to Epic Games for making something that's so versatile and used. But that's all I really had to say about that.
Cool. I mean, that's mine. You can go ahead into yours, sir. What you got?
My first one is it's a great thing. It's a wonderful thing. So on the 12th, do you know what got announced?
No. What got announced?
Tony Hawk's remaster of 1 and 2.
Yes!
Oh my God!
With the original music, Leroy. With the original music.
You know,
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
I'm totally ready. Because can I tell you which version of this game that I will be getting? Because if you say anything less than the collector's edition, you're wrong. You know why?
Wow.
Because the bitch comes with a skateboard.
No, get out of here. Are you serious?
That's what I read.
How much? Dude, how much is that going to be?
Hold on, let me look.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Tony, let me, because IGN doesn't have the versions on here.
Okay.
I can't tell you. I can tell you. I absolutely can.
Hey guys, you don't know how big of a deal this is for us because we're talking about original soundtrack. Now, as you may recall, way back in, I think 2 years ago, way back in good old 2018, they tried to release the remakes on a cell phone version, which was trash, complete trash. So this time around, they've got actual, who is it? It's Visceral? Vicarious Visions. The same guys who did the Crash Bandicoot remake and the Spyro remakes are actually working on this, so it's gonna be really great. And they got some of the Neversoft team to come in and work with them too. But go ahead, what's that price? My bad. Just wanted to fill that in while you were looking.
The $99 for the collector's edition, but it comes
actually not bad.
Oh no, it doesn't, because when you pre-order, you automatically get access to the warehouse demo, I guess.
Ooh, yes.
Which
the
if
old
you play,
school demo, baby.
Yeah, the old demo where you got that 2 minutes to do whatever you can do in the warehouse, which is like the most iconic, one of the iconic, I guess, parks of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. But when you get the collector's edition, you get 1 and 2. Obviously, you get your digital contact, and you get a limited edition full-size Birdhouse skateboard deck.
Wow, that's gonna be dope, man.
Now,
I'm down for that.
See, Tony Hawk is he's one of those white people that we have to save in the war, because
yes, we do.
Tony Hawk single-handedly made it okay for young black Negroes like me to like alternative music. That's how I got into Linkin Park and Three Doors Down and name any other punk rock band from the early 2000s. You got it through Tony Hawk, and you got into some other shit that was, not. It was a game that I could play that wasn't basketball or football.
Yes,
and it's low key why I got into skating today.
Man, we loved that demo. We played it out, and then when the game came out, boy, you couldn't tell anybody
nothing.
You
couldn't tell me shit.
It was really great. Even finding all the secret things.
You gotta find the secret tape. You gotta spell skate. You gotta impress probably about 2 or 3 like people, random people. It was either some random bitch or like the skate legend that just happened to be there. You had to knock over at least 5 of random objects. Like you had to grind. You had to grind something ridiculous, and then you had to grind really long time. So you either had to grind a power line, or you had to grind some shit like a helicopter blade, or some goofy shit like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it was just.
You had to do all this in 2 minutes, bruh.
It was just so good. Like I missed that game, and I mean the fact that they're getting the majority now. There's still some trouble getting all the original soundtrack, but they're supposed to have like at least 80% of it, because I mean Power Man 5000 is gonna be back on it. So many other people. I remember Power Man. Like everybody else, I'm still like drawing a blank. But all the good pop alternatives that we loved straight out of MTV, baby. It's back.
So
I can't wait.
The Verge said, The Verge, which is a website where I'm getting this from, it says, on top of that, the game will include the vast majority of the iconic Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtracks, though not every song made it due to licensing issues.
Licensing issues. Always. Yeah. Every time. Never fails.
But, bruh, the fact that you can come back, like, I ain't even gonna cap. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 wasn't that bad. But it's not a game that I can see myself playing again. But it wasn't bad. But the fact that they said, fuck it, we'll just remaster 1 and 2. Now, if they put 3 in there, oh man, they would have to charge like $139.99 for this. Because, man, I mean, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is like the epitome of skate games. It was better than Thrasher.
Yeah.
It was better than it's better than Skate. I don't care what anybody say. Skate is cool now.
It is. Skate is cool now, but Tony Hawk.
It ain't got shit on Tony Hawk.
You know what the problem was? The last good Tony Hawk game was Project 8. Because that's when Project 8, it just started going downhill, man. Because you had Proving Ground.
After Proving Ground, it started going downhill.
Because and I think the problem with Project 8 and Proving Ground was that, like, the only reason why people were talking shit about those is because they promised no load times. They were promising just one big skate park that you just did everything in. You didn't have to worry about, like, loading times, whatever. But, you know, you can't promise that. And Sony and Microsoft knew better, but, you know, they were promising that shit anyway. And,
so, I did not have a problem with Underground. Underground 2 wasn't good, though.
Oh, yeah, Thug 2? Yeah, that was
like, American Wasteland was garbage. The first Proving Ground was garbage.
You know, that game was so bad, I forgot about that game, Leroy. Oh, my God, American Wasteland was like, don't ever do that again. Like, they buried that shit. Like, they don't even talk about that anymore.
Shred was god-awful. Ride was god-awful. Downhill Jam, awful.
Oh, so stupid. Why?
Yeah.
And that was, like, wasn't that like a Wii exclusive? And I was like, don't do it.
Ride? Ride came out on everything.
No, I'm talking about
Downhill Jam.
Yeah. I was like, don't do it.
Because then they tried to redo it with Ride, and that's when it was like, oh, you can get the board controller, and I was like, all right, that's not gonna work, but it's okay.
Let it go, man. Let it go. That was still terrible.
Yeah, but still, I'm hyped because Tony Hawk's my man. He's at least top 5 white people I have to save when shit gets weird.
When the culling starts.
I ain't gonna call it a culling, but I'm gonna just say when times get hard.
I feel you. All right. So is that
that's
that one, sir?
Oh yeah.
So next one, because I got one that I know you should have, but I'm not gonna say it yet. So we're gonna see how that unfolds. But I'll go to my next one. So Elder Scrolls 6 is still way off than we expected, and what pisses me off. So apparently,
Elsewhere.
Some fan. No,
not Elsewhere.
Yeah, no, you're right. Elsewhere.
Okay.
It's going to be set in Elsewhere, but it's called Elder Scrolls 6. But yeah, Elsewhere was the new expansion for the online Elder Scrolls. But this one should have Elsewhere in it too. But anyway, so a fan tweets to the guys at Bethesda like, hey, when are y'all gonna show us like Elder Scrolls? It's been like 2 years since you announced it. What's gonna happen? And then the dude comes back kind of snappy saying, you know what? That's coming out after Starfield, and we don't know when Starfield's coming out, and Elder Scrolls 6 is way out there. So it's at least a few years down the line. And it's like, okay, well, I get that, but then don't fucking announce it 5 years ahead of time. Like, if you know it's going to be a long time, why don't you just wait? Like, a lot of people give me grief about being a Nintendo fan, but the one thing Nintendo has never left me is disappointed when they make an announcement, because that means, hey, it's coming. Like, even when they're like, okay, Metroid Prime 4, it's coming, but we don't know when. The cool thing is they don't set a precedent for it. They're just like, Metroid Prime 4, and you know it's going to be fire because it's a Nintendo property. It's the same thing they did with Smash Bros. They were like, yo, look, Smash Bros. And they were like, guess who we got coming? The Splatoon kids. And then something else. And they just, Smash Bros. Was hype. They didn't say anything else about it. But, like, the problem with, like, Bethesda is they go back and forth on when they want you to be excited for their shit and then when they want you to forget. It's like, it don't work like that, bro. Like, either announce that shit and move on, or just wait. Don't say anything. And then here's something else too. You know, show me more of your game. Don't just show me a title screen and then be like, yeah, now wait 10 years for this. And it's like, bruh, like really?
They didn't do that with Skyrim though.
No, they didn't do that with Skyrim because they were smarter. Skyrim just came out. There was a little bit of information about it, and then it came out. But Starfield and not Skyrim, but Elder Scrolls 6, they showed the splash screens of the title, and that's it. That's all they showed. They didn't show anything new.
But
about,
they did
Starfield,
that. They also did that with Fallout 4 though, because they showed the splash screen of the logo at E3, and that was all the hype they needed. But in all fairness, that game did come out that next year, so.
And it was right, and it was fire. Whereas what they did with 76 was like, oh, 76 is gonna be great. It's Fallout Online, you and your friends experience Fallout.
That
shit was garbage.
The vast majority, the complete opposite to that statement was they didn't hype 76 up at all. They had they just said this is coming out. It's gonna be different. But you know, for E3,
they hyped that shit up. They hyped it up.
No, but I'm saying we didn't see anything about it though.
Let them get away with that.
We didn't see anything though.
They were promising some. They wrote a check they ass in cash.
Okay. You're not understanding me. Like at E3, the last thing, the big mic drop moment, that was probably the best announcement from that E3. Was he was like, let me just show you guys what else we got working up. He showed all his videos, and then at the end, it was like a secret thing. And then they just showed the vault, and they put a 4 behind that bitch. That's it. When 76 was coming out, we heard about this through IGN. Somebody reviewed the shit. We didn't see no pictures of it, but they was talking about it.
No, we saw, because remember they even had the West Virginia home song to that trailer, and they were showing off shit like people running, doing like quests. They're showing you taking on bosses together.
Oh, I don't remember that.
They didn't show any NPCs. Yeah, they hyped that shit up. Basically, that was they got a loan from check cashing place that they couldn't afford, and now they become repo they shit. That's all that is.
I'm so weak. But, you know, Fallout 76 is actually free to play right now.
I know, and it's trash. Straight up trash.
Adrian wanted me to play it, and I was like, no.
Yeah, we all bought it when it was like $4 through Redbox as a joke, and we have never played it since.
Bought it?
We were like, nope.
Nah. You can pay me for it.
It was only $4, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna get it, and we're gonna do a video where we're gonna make fun of it.
You know what you could buy with $4?
I know, 4 double cheeseburgers. Well, 3 technically, but
I'm about to say you gotta give America theirs, man.
Gotta give that tax, yo.
Yeah, man. Uncle Sam gotta get his. Please believe.
He gonna get his first.
Right, off the top. You don't get his off the bottom. You get his off top.
He'd be like, I done told y'all, it's me, my mama, then y'all. You already know what it is.
You already know what it is. Oh, terrible.
Terrible. All right, what's your next one, sir?
So my next one, hold on, gotta pause real fast. Okay. The Mandalorian season 2 is casting everybody and their grandmama. I think I might have a casting call in a minute.
Oh shit! Did you still? I think you stole one of ours. You about to announce it, aren't you?
Timothy Olyphant will be in.
My nigga.
Will for some reason be in the Mandalorian season 2.
Yes, I cannot wait. I'm for this.
Per the Hollywood Reporter, it is unclear if Olyphant will play a new character or a returning favorite in The New Guys. Veteran actor is probably known for his roles in HBO's Deadwood as Sheriff Seth Bullock, as U.S. Marshal Raylan in Justified.
And let's not forget, he was also in Santa Clarita, which was only on for 3 seasons, but it was amazing.
Oh yeah, I want to have that bad show. And he is also the only person to play Agent 47 in Hitman.
Yes, aside from that other dude that nobody knows, but yes.
Oh wait, no, they did redo that movie completely.
Yeah,
oh man,
yeah, they redid it, and Timothy Olyphant was the best choice.
I mean, I can't say that because I didn't see the second movie, but I heard decent things about it.
Yeah, no, it was still good. Like, I like the Hitman movies. Sadly, they haven't made a bad Hitman movie, but
there's only 2 though.
It just didn't sell. Yeah, it didn't sell, but it was good. I liked it. It was great.
But Mandalorian season 2 is kind of look like, well, I don't know, because it looked like it's gonna be a lot, and I really don't. With all these people that they casted, I really feel like they're trying to do a lot more than what they need to do. Because the beauty of the Mandalorian season 1 was we didn't know who any of these people were, and now,
right?
You know,
but see, I don't know if you noticed it, Leroy, but Disney is doing something very smart. So this is what they're about to do. They're about to use Mandalorian season 2 to jump off a lot of new shows. And if you think about it, it's pretty smart. Because what they're going to do is, okay, Azuka's going to show up. We know that. She's supposed to tie in. Yeah, Ahsoka, thank you. She's supposed to, which is going to be my girl, Rosario Dawson, which is going to be hilarious. Great actress. It's cool because she is supposed to bring the way for a new Rebels season, which is going to probably revitalize and bring up new shit, as well as possibly start more Star Wars franchises. But they're doing it from the Mandalorians because right now Mandalorians is killing it. All the Star Wars haters who didn't like the new movies and Star Wars fans who did, and all the diehards in between all agree on Mandalorians right now, which means they're all fucking watching the Mandalorian right now. So Disney's like, yo, let's use this as a way to branch out and do the other offshoots so people will keep watching, which is a good idea. So I get why they did it. I'm with you. I think they're going to be all over the place on second season. But at the same time, like, it's something we kind of need, because I think because Disney won't let them know until later on, but they kind of saved Star Wars because this is kind of bridging the gap between people who didn't like the new movies and people who did. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how they play this out with season 2.
Honestly, bro, the last movie bridged a lot of that too, because it was a lot of motherfuckers who did not like these last couple of attempts, but that last one was decent. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson did a good job. I think people kind of need to just get over themselves. But, yeah, I agree with you. And I think this is what's going to happen with Mandalorian Season 2. Especially since so many people are watching that. Right. Disney sees this as an opportunity to be like, yo, we got to capitalize and go ahead and drop this shit now so we can get them hooked on The new Rebels is about to come out. And possibly the continuation of Clone Wars. You know, that's about to happen. So,
right.
I'm for it. I'm all for it. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's get it.
I'm not gonna lie. Shogun was right. Mandalorian was the only reason I used your Disney Plus because I wasn't finna buy it, and I know you was gonna buy it. So, you know,
of course,
don't be a nigga, be my nigga.
Well, you somebody nigga wearing this nigga top.
Ooh wee! You ever heard of the Rolling 20s, nigga? We used to fuck dwarves in the ass. Nigga. I was like, wait a minute. Like, time all the way out, sir. Put a pin, red flag. Hold up, Jesus.
Please give me the biggest pause on that.
please put a pause behind everything you say from now on. Jesus, wasn't ready.
Oh, so funny. So yeah, I'm all for it. I love it. Shout out Disney for doing something so smart. So I can't wait.
All right.
Alright, so I'm still not going to do it because you hadn't brought it up yet. I'm just waiting to see, but I'm going to go to my next one because you stole like 2 of mine so far. So, my next one is something you definitely ain't going to steal, but Guilty Gear Strive unfortunately got delayed.
Shut up, bitch. I was actually going to say that. But I was gonna say it for you because I was like, I know you probably still want this game to come out, but it ain't coming out.
You know what? I'm proud of you. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what I got for you, and I'll let you talk about Guilty Gear because I'm proud of you.
I ain't gonna talk about Guilty Gear. I was just gonna tell you it got delayed like everything else.
Yeah, no, so it did get delayed. Well, okay, I'll go ahead and talk about it. So what happened was, of course, it's supposed to come out this year. It got announced in 2019, which I was kind of waiting on it because it's supposed to be a reboot of the entire series. Now, for anyone who has played Guilty Gear, like myself and a few other people, this is a big thing because the Guilty Gear series was actually getting really good. In fact, at one point, there was a big licensing issue, and the creators of that went off to do Blaze Blue. But then they came back to the series later on. There's even supposed to be some kind of tie between Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear, but we never got the okay or never got that grounded. But anyway,
I promise you, I don't know nothing about either one of them.
Oh, bro, it's such a good story.
I'm not gonna lie, I played Blaze Blue, but
yeah, and it's tough because it's very niche. Like that in Guilty Gear is a very niche fighting games, so I can't be like, oh my gosh, you didn't give it a chance. Nah, it's not for everybody. I can because I like it, but that's because I played on the old PlayStation back then, back when like they were trying to do a lot of anime fighting games, which is really cool. But anyway, I'm hurt by it, but I know coronavirus because that's what they cited is COVID-19 and issues because Japan, they're being affected by it as well. The whole world is being affected by it, but Japan is kind of like they're doing what we should have done, which is a complete shutdown and just trying to make sure their people is okay. So I'll look out for this in 2021, but I can't wait because of course all my guys are coming back. Soul Bad Guy, Kai Kitsuke.
Did you say Soul Bad Guy?
Yes, that is his real name. Not joking.
Man.
So funny. They have very generic anime names, but it's gonna be great. I can't wait to see it and play it. So there's that. So that was mine. What's your next one?
So my next one, I don't know. I really don't know where you're going with the one that we supposed to both talk about. So he's kind of all over the place. But fuck it. Here's my next one. So Star Trek Strange New Worlds got announced because Discovery, Star Trek Discovery was supposed to do a season, I think season 3, and they were claiming they were working on it, blah blah blah. Turns out, don't think they're getting a season. I think this is the last season because they're now doing a new spin-off that will follow Spock and Captain Pike. Captain Pike, if you don't know, for all my non-Trekkies out there, Captain Pike was the nigga that would be able to train Shatner. Not Shatner. But damn.
Picard?
No, nigga, that's Kirk.
Not
Shit.
Cisco.
Kirk.
Yeah.
No, I said Shatner, not his captain name.
Shatner, right?
Yeah. So Captain Pike is a part of the original. Was on the original Star Trek, and he was a very famous Starfleet captain, and he ended up coming down with this disease, and it's an incurable disease like space cancer, some shit. But they go in some random episode, they go to this planet where it's like the when Rick and Morty, where they went to the planet that it's an amusement park, but they had the immunity field on.
Yeah.
So the planet is basically like that, where I can't remember all in all what it was, but like the planet gives off these enzymes or whatever that make you healthier. So Captain Pike goes there. There's of course an overarching plot, like we have to save these people, blah blah blah. Don't fuck up the Prime Directive. But they go there. Captain Pike starts feeling better, and they decide to leave him there. And that's the last we see of Captain Pike. And then the rest of the series is Captain Kirk being Captain Kirk and being great. But of course, this new series will focus on Pike and his adventures pre-disease Star Trek, and I'm hyped about that. Because me and my mom get to watch that. It gives me and my mama a reason to keep CBS All Access. Because we was finna turn. I was about to say we watched Picard and Twilight. I watched Twilight Zone, and we both watched Picard. And I was like, "You can take this shit down now. I don't care."
Right.
Also, Pike was the first owner of the USS Enterprise, which is the iconic Star Trek ship.
Facts. Wow, that's good. That's awesome. I like this. I love seeing Star Trek offshoots and more shows, so I'm with it. Because again, I really have not seen a bad Star Trek aside from the one on UPN that wasn't ideal, but it gave us 7 of 9. So hey, fuck it. It's still pretty good.
Voyager?
No, Voyager. Thank you. Enterprise was the other one. Or what's the it was the one with Scott Bakula. It was okay. It wasn't as good. I think it was just called Enterprise. And like UPN had that one as well, and it was just like it was okay, but yeah, Voyager was definitely better. That was one UPN did well.
If it ain't Next Generation,
Enterprise.
If it ain't the next generation, the originals, or Deep Space Nine, I don't really give a damn.
Facts.
Deep Space Nine gave us the Black Captain. That's all that we needed Deep Space Nine for. Voyager had, I think Voyager had the lady.
Yeah, Voyager had the lady, and also introduced Seven of Nine, I think.
Yeah.
Which was the female Borg that was so awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Dope. Okay, cool. Alright, well, is that it for that one?
Yeah. Go ahead and tell me your story that I'm supposed to know about, because it's kind of pissing me off.
You know what? You're slipping. I thought...
Wait, is it about Power Rangers?
No, but that's awesome too, but I'm going to get to that in a minute. No, so Assassin's Creed's creators, Ubisoft, said, hey guys,
we're going
back to basics. No, we're going back to basics. And guess what that means, Leroy?
No more RPG elements.
That and something else me and you talk about all the time with the new Assassin's Creeds that come out.
It won't be a new game every year?
No, that's still sadly probably going to happen.
I mean, I don't know.
You ready for this?
Oh, wait.
It's back to killing.
I was about to say, the Hidden Blade is a one-hit kill now.
Yes, they said, we get it. We talked to you guys. We understand. We fucked up. We're sorry. That's back to being a one-hit, one-kill. Sources close to Ubisoft, of course, talked about how Ubisoft had been changing Valhalla and all this other stuff. But not only did they bring back the Hidden Blade, Leroy, they also brought back something else that me and you talked about. Again, I really think somebody listens to our show that works for them.
It'll be nice.
We talked about all this shit like way beforehand on like I think 2 or 3 episodes ago. But guess what else they're bringing back, sir?
The online?
Yes.
Oh,
you
Jesus.
will be able to.
Oh no!
Yeah, you'll be able to.
Oh no!
Yes, you will be able to hide in the crowds again and spot assassins. They said people like that. They've gotten positive feedback on that, and I guess it's one of those. They don't know why they took it out. They just took it out.
Bro, I don't know why. That was live as fuck. It was honestly one of the better onlines of the late 2010s.
And again, like me and you talked about it, like in the past few episodes, I've told you, I think you're right about that, because your complaints are the same across the board for all fans. Because remember when you were talking about the RPG elements, and I was telling you I was reading online with the comments, and that's what everybody was saying. Yo, just take out the RPG elements. Can you please take out the RPG elements? Mm-hmm. And so they kind of listened on that, and the Hidden Blade was definitely a big thing for a lot of people, because it was like, what was the point of being an assassin then if the blade doesn't kill directly? But yes, your Viking will now be able to hide among people, and then boom,
stab.
There you are, stab. So I was excited for that just because I was like, that's good, because they owe it to you guys. You guys have been with them thick and thin. I mean, you defend Assassin's Creed like they pay you for.
I'm about to say, I defend Assassin's Creed like I defend Goku, and at this point, I need to start getting a check from somebody.
Right. So,
Akira Toriyama, if you're listening, bruh, come on. I'm serious.
Cut the check.
I'm gonna need something.
So yeah, bro, happy days are coming with Valhalla. Like I said, I knew there was some reason I was like, you know what, this might be the new one that I buy again, because I hadn't got the other two. I'm still waiting on that sale, but I might buy this one new when it comes out. So.
Oh, you already know I am.
Yeah, well, that's your series, you know what I'm saying? That's your Final Fantasy. I respect it, you know what I'm saying? I respect
That's my jam, man.
Yeah. So kudos to them, and I can't wait for that. I can't wait to play this new one, because it sounds like it's shaping up to be really good, so. Good.
I mean, hey, man, all these, all these videos and all these articles that keep coming out, I'm just getting hyper.
I know, man, because it's gonna be deep.
See, the
Ghost
joy
of Tsushima looks really good.
The joy of all of this is that I can play them all in order, and I can understand a little bit more.
And that's true, because it's definitely a big jigsaw puzzle. Because, man, 2 and 3 just takes you for a complete left field, and you're like, oh. All right. That's what we're doing now. Okay.
Two was so left because 1 was honestly, if it weren't for the story, the original Assassin's Creed, I could fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah, Yeah,
if it nothing else for the story, man, because I promise you,
if it wasn't for Altair, because Altair, and that's what I'm like. I really wish they remake the first one, because Altair is a great character. He just deserves a better game. And I know that was their first time out, so I can't be too harsh on it. Because once they perfected it, 2 was amazing.
But the whole Assassin's Creed 1 was 7 missions of doing the exact same thing. And I mean, like, when you get to the city, you got to talk to the dude. You're going to have to tell somebody. You're going to have to listen in on somebody's conversation. You're going to have to assassinate a messenger. And you're going to have to start a riot. And then you're going to have to kill somebody. It was like, oh my fucking God. But
yeah, like,
after each mission, shit kept getting deeper, and you start feeling like, all right, this is getting kind of hype. This is getting kind of deep. I want to know what happens. And then you had Desmond on the outside doing shit, and so it wasn't a bad game, but it was like, ugh.
Especially when they start talking to you, and they're not really talking to the character; they're actually talking to you, and you're like, wait, this makes no sense. What's going on? Because they're saying shit that's not in his realm, and it's like, that's not even close to that time period. What is he trying to say? You know?
Yeah. So man, you already know I'm hype.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. I cannot wait. I was already excited when they were, going to Vikings. I'm still trying to, get my samurai one day, but that's okay. Ghost of Tsushima is gonna take care of that for me. So there's that. But yeah, it's gonna be nice, man. I can't wait.
I'm with it, man. You already know it gets to be Assassin's Creed Day again, and I can go off the map.
Yep. I already know the protocols. Guys might even take a nice little break, or it might be some solo episodes. But
it's gonna be some solo episodes because I ain't doing shit. I'm putting down 2K. I'm putting down Mass Effect, whichever Mass Effect that I might happen to be on. Hopefully, I'm on at least 3 by then. But yeah,
I was playing that last night. I don't know if you saw that, but I was playing it last night a little bit before I start playing some other stuff. Trying to get through it, man. Trying to get through it.
I know, man. It's good. Hey, I did my part, and actually, I hate to say it, I like this shit.
I told you you would. It was just 1 was so slow. And then, like I told you, like now you're in 2, like it's picking up, right? It's like not holding your hand.
Oh no,
like, yo, we gotta
ain't holding shit.
We gotta do that. Nope, nothing at all.
I still don't trust Cerberus as far as I can throw him, but I don't think I have a choice at this point.
Oh, bruh. Just wait, it gets better.
I already know that the Elusive Man is a bad guy because he showed up on top 5. He showed up on, I think I was watching like a Gamer Rant video where it's like top 5 villains that you didn't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I didn't know he was a bad guy. I just want to know how bad he's a bad guy.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be the fun part. Just wait till you see that. You're gonna be like, wow, wow, guy.
I mean, and Martin Sheen plays an excellent ass bad guy too. His voice just very bad guy like. I don't know the word, but yeah.
Very villainous.
Yeah, he just got that voice about him, man. He's just like, damn. He just tell me to do bad shit, and I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, it's nice, man. I cannot wait for you to finish that and get into like the meat of it, because man, good stuff.
I think. Fucked up part. I was trying to play, and I told you I became a Sentinel, right? Well, I got the Sentinel because I did a little cheating, and I looked forward, and the way that you could buff up a Sentinel was you could basically make this nigga a tank. And, I was like, fuck, I'll do that. That sounds dope. And you get some little 3D armor that looks very close to a very old series called Titan AE, which went 1 season and got canceled.
It was a movie.
Movie, yeah, shit. No, it had a series too.
Did it have a series?
It was like 5 episodes, but yeah, it had a little limited series.
Wow. Okay.
Or at least I had some episodes, some shit. I don't know. But yeah, so it looked kind of like that. But so I tried to load up the other day, and it couldn't read my DLC, so my file got corrupted.
Oh wow! No. So, now, are you playing on 360 or are you playing it on
the One?
What are you playing it on?
The One.
Okay, so you're playing on Xbox One. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But it's all good because I didn't want to really be a Sentinel anyway, because all I had was a fucking submachine gun and a fucking pistol, and I was past the point of tired of that.
But see, now it gets like your what is it? Your psionic powers are like once you get those down and start doing the combo,
they all ain't worth it for real.
Yeah.
You gotta
do combos with that. Do singularity and then hit it with a lance, and tell me that shit ain't worth it.
I mean, I didn't want to wait. No, because not as a sentinel you can't. Because as a sentinel you got throw, warp, and something else.
Oh,
you talking about being
adept or vanguard?
Yeah, I told y'all. Well, no, I was a sentinel. I don't know. Yeah, what you're talking about, I think, is an adept.
Ah, yeah, you need to get that adept, man. Because adept is like, yo, you can combine powers together and you just wreck shit. Because if you combine singularity and like push or like lance together, it makes everything explode.
Right,
it's dope. I like.
But in this game, I noticed that they give you so many people with biotic abilities. I don't need to be a biotic.
You really don't.
That's why I started the game over and I just went soldier because I'd rather have all my guns. But when I have Jacob's a biotic, Jack's a biotic. Fuck, what's the name? What's the other motherfucker's name? Shit. Can't remember. But I got at least 3 biotics on my team. I don't need any more.
Okay, cool.
But I will tell you, there's one squad member who is my ride or die forever, and that's my nigga Garrus.
Oh yeah, Garrus became Batman in the second one. He was just like, yo.
Oh yeah, he was like,
you ready to do this shit?
It's like, oh man, you gotta go hunt down Archangel. And I was like, oh, I'm finna get this motherfucker. And then I was like, oh, Garrus, my nigga, what's up, cousin? Oh man.
Yeah,
I had a good time.
You go and you find out the gangs are like dying from this mysterious sniper. You're just like, oh, okay. And then you go and you find out it's him, and you're like, oh shit, okay, all right.
But it doesn't make sense. How do 4 gangs die from one person? It's like, who's that good? I mean, I know he was sniping the shit out of them, but who's that fucking dumb? Give up. Stop. Go home.
Man, nah. Garrus is just tactical as fuck, bro. Like, that's the dude you want on your side when you want to take shit down. Oh, yeah. You want Garrus. Or any Turian, because, like, the Turians are very tactical people.
Garrus my nigga. I like the Krogan, too, but he tried to give me lip when I...
Rex? Yeah, no. Rex is funny.
No, Rex was in one.
Kid,
Grunt.
Grunt, yeah.
He tried to... And he's played by Steven Bloom, which is another reason I like him. But he started to give me lip when I let him out of his tank, so I had to show him what's up, you know, shoot him a couple times in his chest and throat regions, and then we got it down.
Yeah, because you can do something where like you grab like one of the dialogues, like when he comes at you from the tank or when you find him. If you have enough Paragon or like Renegade points, you can kind of grab him and be like, yo. I did that Paragon while I was like, yo, you need to stand the fuck down before I end it. And he was just like, oh, okay.
Like, cuz I'm Colonel motherfucking Shepard. You better respect my motherfucking gangster.
Respect the name, bitch.
Shit. But yeah,
hilarious.
But no, I fully like this shit now.
Yeah, it's good, man. It only gets better from here. Like I said, the only thing, when you eventually get done playing 3 and you go on to Andromeda, you'll see my complaints with Andromeda. Because, like I said, Andromeda, and y'all are right, it's not bad, but it's not good either. It's like just average compared to like the old Master. It has no character. That's the big thing. And you'll see that when you play it.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about, but all the people, every other person I talked to about Mass Effect was like, "Yeah, man, it's good. You just gotta play. You just gotta play that hoe."
Yeah, because I saw Adric and Kat once like post about it, and I was just like, "Nah, it's still trash. I don't know what y'all talking about." No, fail.
I don't know,
But yeah, so that's really about. That's all I have. Do you have anything else?
I have one more.
Okay, go for it. What is it?
So, do you remember circa 2000? I don't know. I guess it was about 2010 when Batman's A Killing Joke came out for the first time.
Yes.
Did you like it?
Oh, and I got one more thing after that. After you get done with this, it was okay. It was different from the comic, and they treated old girl like
No, nigga, not the movie. I'm talking about the actual comic.
Oh, the comic. Yeah, it was pretty dark, but yeah, I did like it.
Okay. Did you know that there was a sequel?
Yes, I never sat down and read it, but yes, I did hear about the sequel.
It's not out yet, nigga. That's how I know you lying. But
No, I heard they were gonna make a sequel. I didn't. My bad. I should have phrased that differently.
It's all good.
But they were like, oh god, we're gonna make a sequel, but they never like put it out. But anyway, go ahead.
So there is a sequel. It's called Batman 3 Jokers. And unfortunately, number one is going to be pushed. It was supposed to come out last year. It's supposed to come out last year. I think one of the writers was working on another project and, fucked it up. But
right
now it's supposed to come out this year, but of course, coronavirus. So the Batman 3 Jokers number one has been pushed back to August 25th. He wanted to release it in June, obviously, but coronavirus. The artwork was done. Right. It looks. I'm gonna send you the cover when we're done. Well, hell, you can look it up. Your damn self. But it's called Batman: The Three Jokers, and the cover looks amazing.
Huh. Okay.
And it's taking like the whole cover, not just the like or whatever, but it'll be based on the original incarnation of the character from the 1940s, Batman number one, the version scenes in 1988's Batman Death in the Family, and the Killing Joke. So you're getting three of like low key the best Jokers. The only one they missing is the Batman Who Laughs, which is I guess is a Joker Batman dude. I don't know.
And then, well, yeah. Because I was gonna say there's a perfectly sane Joker now, but I don't know if they want to include him.
Oh no, not Joaquin Phoenix. This is straight up comic book.
I'm talking about in the comics. Because in the comics, Joker becomes sane. They do like a whole storyline on it. It's crazy, but yeah, I didn't get a chance to read all of it. But there was one where like I forgot what happens, but something happens to where he's not insane anymore, and he actually he's cognizant of his obsession with Batman, all his other stuff. It's weird, but yeah.
Okay.
Those are the best Jokers to use, so that's cool.
1940s, 1880s, and Killing Joke. I like it, bro.
Killing Joke was good. It was just so dark and graphic.
It's supposed to be fucking dark.
Well, yeah, because that was when was that Frank Miller who did that one, or was it just another dude who wrote? Because there were like a few people who wrote Batman really dark. I know Frank Miller's one of them, but
you mean the dude who wrote the Killing Joke?
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Was that him?
I don't think it was Frank Miller. Okay. It was Alan. I think it was Alan Moore. It might be Alan Moore.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's Alan Moore because I know Frank Miller did what is it called, Dark Knight, and then I think Superman Red Sun. But yeah, I think you're right. I think it was Alan Moore. It was just so crazy because Joker just like takes Barbara and just rapes her and then shoots her in the back, and you're like, oh wow, okay.
And then takes dirty pictures of her and shows them to her dad later.
Yeah, and then like got her dad butt naked and shit, and you're just like,
and then showed him the pictures and beat him.
Yeah, and then beat him for like days and waited for Batman to come rescue him. Joker was really trying to die that day because he was just like, I'm gonna push you to the edge.
But in all fairness and honesty, that's what he do.
It is, and it's one of those things to where that was one of the few times we got a chance to see a pass with Joker, where he kind of talks about
like the comedian backstory.
Yeah, the backstory and how he kind of became, even though to this day it's still like some confusion, even though they gave him a real name now and all this other shit in the comics as well. But yeah, that was one of just revolution because you just didn't expect it. I think it was just so dark. You're just like, yo, okay. Because, before that, the darkest thing they had was like when Azrael took over for Bruce Wayne after Bane broke his back, and we were just like, oh shit, like,
he
was dark as fuck, you know.
And he became Ben Affleck's Batman, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, fuck this shit, Batman.
He was snapping arms, breaking necks, you know, Batman shit.
Yeah, and like Bruce Wayne had to fire him. Just like, look, like you can't do this shit anymore. It's like, fuck you, Bruce Wayne. You're too nice to these people. And you know,
well, that's because Azrael.
If
Azrael had joined the Brotherhood like he was supposed to, he was just gonna be murdering niggas too.
Facts. So I found that very funny. Yeah, that's cool. I cannot wait on that because that's gonna be interesting. I'd like to see how they're gonna take that because you know there's storylines where like Barbara Gordon didn't get shot in the back and Killing Joke didn't happen. And she's still Batgirl, and then there's storylines where she trains someone else to be Batwoman or Batgirl.
But now there is a Batwoman.
Yeah, now it's Batwoman, where she's like transgendered, who took up the mantle for some odd reason.
That's some 2020 shit.
And yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so one thing I forgot to mention. Wait, before I do that, are you done with that?
No, that's it. That's all I got now.
Okay. Alright, so one thing I did want to throw in is, of course, I've been watching movies, which I've been listening, catching up on Government Name and Conversation Con. Shout out to them. Sorry, y'all, just now catching up, but I'm starting to catch up. And I saw that Cole Jackson was doing the same thing, where he's just watching some movies during, like, quarantine. So, Cole, just want to let you know, I'm not biting off of you. Like, I did this without knowing you were doing it either. So,
you know he don't listen to this, right?
But I know, but just in case he is, you know, still want to respect him.
Okay.
But, like, you know, I've been doing the same thing, watching movies during the quarantine. And one of the movies I finally got around to watching that I did not go to the theaters to watch, and I said I was going to watch, but I never got a chance to, was Joker. Finally saw that.
Interesting. What'd you think?
It was okay. Like, and not because, like, I'm thinking from the comic book standpoint. I get it. Like, DC doesn't care about comic continuity or even trying to stay loyal to that. So that's whatever. It was just... a lot of times, a lot of the stuff was very phantasmal in terms of like, alright, this has to happen to him. They were trying so hard to justify him being an asshole at the end that it just felt kind of inorganic. I see what Shogun and Mr. On Point was talking about how like, and okay, spoiling. So if you hadn't seen this, because now it's on HBO, just stop
I haven't,
here.
But the movie is like sitting in front. It's like on my shelf. Because my mom's like, you really need to watch this. I really enjoyed it. And I was like,
shit. Okay.
I don't care.
All right,
I'm going to forget,
no,
bro.
I don't. No, I don't want to ruin it for you. Are you sure? I don't want to ruin it.
It's already been ruined for me. You think people weren't talking about this movie as soon as it came out?
Oh, I know. Because people will talk to me. So
I mean, I'm going to watch it. I promise you I'm going to watch
okay.
it. I don't do movies.
Okay. I don't want to ruin it for you or anything. So,
ruin it,
okay.
nigga.
Oh.
I'm giving you permission.
Okay. Well, no, that's... Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you're okay with it. So, basically... I see what Mr. On Point and Shogun were saying, because at one point they were saying there's a point in the movie that happens where you're just like, okay, did any of it really happen or not? They pull a very, if you've ever read about Catcher in the Rye, they pull a very big Catcher in the Rye moment to where he does something and then it kind of goes back to another scene. So, train coming through real quick.
I mean, it's all good.
Hear it. Yeah. This is the cool thing about having the sets on. You can't really hear it. But anyway,
cool.
So, what happens is he goes crazy, and he does all this shit, but then it goes back to him being in a psych ward, and he's like laughing about something. You see the images, and you know his psychiatrist is working with. It's like, well, okay, what are you laughing at? He's like, nothing. You wouldn't get it. So that could be the overall joke, is that everything he imagined to happen didn't happen. This also happens because there's another scene to where the beautiful Zazie Beetz is in it, and she plays like his down the way neighbor. And so the way they present her is they have a moment together, and then later they hang out more and stuff like that. Well, later you figure out that he was hallucinating all their times hanging out together, their date, all that. He was hallucinating that, and she doesn't know who the fuck he is. And he ends up in her apartment, and she's like, "Oh my God, like you're the guy from across the hall. Okay, please leave. My daughters are here. Just don't hurt me, please." And he says something because he's like crazy, and he just leaves. Now, this is also kind of backed up too by the fact that like his mother also had or suffered from like mental illnesses, because she had this whole weird belief that he was Thomas Wayne's son and they had an affair, all this other stuff. Where Thomas Wayne's like, when he finally met him, he's like, "Nah, that wasn't me, man. Your mom hallucinates stuff. Like, she's crazy." He's like, and we had to get rid of her because we also found out not only is she crazy and hallucinates things, but she also beats you and abused you.
Damn.
And so he didn't want to accept it. He left. Bruce Wayne beat the shit out of him, said, "Don't ever come by my family again." All this other, or I'm sorry, Thomas Wayne beat the shit out of him, said, don't ever come by my family again, or I'll kill you, stuff like that. So it's a lot of like, it could have happened, it didn't. It was pretty much the Inception movie, except Inception, I believe that all happened, but this, I'm like, oh damn, I think he hallucinated the whole thing. But it's one of those things to where like, I just would have preferred if they just would have kept to the comics, because I know they're trying to do new things, and I'm not lampooning it or mad at it for trying new things. Nah, I mean, it was really cool. It was an experience. It just shouldn't have been called Joker. They should have just named it something else with allusions to it being Joker. But it was, as a movie, just standalone, forget about DC and all that. It was okay. Like, it was just like, okay. But you're trying, like, they spend the latter half and pretty much all the movie trying to justify that he's going to go crazy because society's making him crazy. And it was just too unbelievable. Again, it just wasn't organic enough. Because, like, there's this other thing where he has this condition, a brain condition, to where he confuses emotions with laughter. And so he might be feeling upset or angry or about to cry, but instead of doing that, he just laughs uncontrollably.
Right.
That was okay, but it was unbelievable in the sense that there wasn't a pattern to it, which I get it. Everybody at home is probably like, well, Rockman, that's the whole point. And I understand that. But here's the thing, Leroy. There was another scene where, like, his mother was being rushed to the hospital, and, like, they're just like, oh, yeah, no, just, get in, blah, blah, blah. And it was a very serious event for him, and he's probably feeling all the emotions in the world, but he didn't laugh. He didn't do the laugh. He was just very focused and thinking about her. So it was like, okay, so it's not as sporadic as you guys are making it. It just seemed more convenient for the writing because he just laughed at inopportune times that led to certain events. Like when Thomas Wayne told him about his true nature and his true family history, he laughs. When something else happened to him, he laughs. When he was really nervous with his first stand-up, which was terrible, he gets up there and he laughs uncontrollably. But the one thing that would definitely make him feel a lot of emotions is his mother about to die or going to the hospital. He doesn't laugh. He just sits there looking crazy. And maybe they did it because they felt like it would break up the dramatic effect of the scene. Right. But it just, again, goes to that inconsistency with, okay, so does he have a laughing condition or is it just psychological? So it was just kind of all over the place. It isn't a terrible movie by any means. It just should have been one of those standalone things. And for the most part, it is away from the comic departure. It's an interesting look at Joker, I'll say that. I can't really say anything bad about it. There's just other parts where I'm just like, alright, well that just, okay, maybe you should have did it this way instead of that way. But I can't say it's bad. I mean, if anything, it was okay.
Yeah, I'll watch it eventually.
Yeah, you'll probably come to the same conclusion or just be like, okay. But I don't see why people are just like, oh my god, this movie's revolutionary. Do I think it should have won the awards? Absolutely not. It wasn't that good.
I don't know about no damn revolutionary. I ain't seen a revolutionary movie in a minute.
Yeah, I mean,
Since you brought up something that you watched during the quarantine, I have to say something that I watched. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is like easily becoming one of my top 5 anime of all time.
Is it not an acid trip, Leroy?
Nigga, this is the greatest. Like, this is low key
what am I watching?
The dopest shit I have ever seen, bruh.
It's so.
It's only 2
hilarious.
seasons, and it hits 3 different time periods. But now I just got to the third part, and now they going back, and it's tying back into the first the 1800 era, and I was like, oh wait a minute, nigga.
Yes.
Wow.
I need to finish it because it's hilarious. But yes,
It's that I do find it funny because the second JoJo gets on my nerves because it is always a point, and I watched it with my wife, and she's like, "This is the strangest shit ever," and I was like, "Yeah, it's anime. It do that."
Ever.
But
like it is the most anime in any history. Like it is the most anime. That's the best way of putting it.
he will do shit like. He would be like, the next words that'll come out of your mouth is, "Nah, bitch, you ain't talking about nothing." And then the villain will go after hearing that. It'll be, "Nah, bitch, you ain't talking about nothing," and say exactly what he just said. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Yep. That that anime, man. I don't know who made it, but like, yo, kudos to them. It's a movement. Like that's not even anime. That's an experience. It's like watching Killer 7. Like. It's just,
Killer 7 just wasn't good. But this shit, boy, man. Watch, I'm telling you, if you haven't finished it, watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It is
I gotta finish it. Yeah. That's what everybody says, man.
Like people I've been online, since quarantine, and people was trashing it. But this shit's good, bro.
Yeah, it's hilarious. That's where all those memes come from, and you're approaching me like that shit is just it's
see,
wondrous.
I didn't know that a lot of the memes now were from that. Like the to be continued thing was doom. I didn't know that was a JoJo thing.
Yes.
Yeah, bruh. Oh wow. Man.
Yes. Yeah, welcome to it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Crazy stuff, man. It's just like I need to sit down and finally watch Hunter x Hunter one day, man.
Oh man, that was really good too.
I just have not got a chance to sit down and watch it.
I need them to put I think it's season 6 or season 5, one of the two. Because I finished Hunter x Hunter, and I definitely need to see if he find his daddy. Because it sounds it really sounds like
Hulu
his. Oh yeah,
it's
Netflix
showing
got
most of it. Yeah, I saw Netflix. I'm gonna watch the old stuff on Netflix and then switch over to Hulu to watch the new stuff. But yeah, I agree. I need to finish that one as well.
Yeah, man. But that's all I got.
Cool. Well, that's all I got too. Are we done, sir? Was this a good plate of appetizers for you?
Absolutely. It's always good because I'm on the mic.
That's it. And we only had to do. We did it, guys. We did it. America. Coronavirus, fuck you. Also, blow at it to make it go away. Yes! I love that. Oh my god, that episode had me rolling, by the way.
All right.
Hilarious.
Well.
But anyway, guys, I'm Rockman3K3.
And my name's Leroy.